Have you listened to somebody that was using a microphone? They're so far away, though, that the speakers at the front of the room and the speakers in the middle and the speakers in the back were not synchronized. And so you're getting the message like there's a delay between each of these speaker banks, and it is so distracting. The Apostle Paul is challenging the church in Corinth, and he says, look, if the message isn't clear, then how could we expect people to understand it? He says, dear brothers and sisters, if I should come to you speaking in an unknown language, how would that help you? But if I bring you a revelation or some special knowledge or prophecy or teaching that will be helpful, even lifeless instruments like the flute or the harp must play the notes clearly, one or no one will recognize the melody. And if the bugler does not sound a clear call, how will the soldiers know they are being called to battle? And these are great illustrations that the Apostle Paul is using with an instrument, with a language, with a bugle. If the bugler doesn't sound the clear call, then how will the soldiers know what to do? For centuries, nowadays we use higher technology and radios, but for centuries, drummers and buglers were used by armies to send signals to the troops. And they knew, reveille means get up, get out of bed, it's time to get to work. There's a call for charge, there's a call for retreat, there's a call for bear to the right or bear to the left. And Paul's point is, if I come to you and I'm speaking in an unknown language, that really doesn't do you any good. But if I come to you with a clear message, that is going to be helpful. And this whole context, 1 Corinthians chapters 12, 13, 14, is all about building up the body. Is what I do edifying? Is it strengthening, encouraging, equipping, maintaining the body of Christ? Is it good for the body, or is it only good for me? And he says, in this particular context, speaking in an unknown language is good for me. It's good for my relationship to Christ. It's good for my emotions. It's good for my intellect. It's good for me, but it doesn't do you any good. So the whole point is, whatever you're doing on behalf of the church, make sure it's good for the church. The whole idea was kind of summed up by a preaching professor when he said, when there's a mist from the speaker, there's a fog in the listener. If there's a little bit that's unclear in the message, it's going to land in such a confusing way on the ear and the heart of the listener. Make sure that what you say is clear and understandable. And that's what Paul's saying here. If it's not clear and understandable from the teacher, then it's not helpful to the student. It's not helpful to the listeners when we gather together on a Sunday morning to encourage one another, to equip one another, to comfort one another, to challenge one another. If those messages aren't clear, then they really aren't helpful. So the encouragement is, make your message clear and understandable. In order to do that, I have to be clear on what it means. You have to understand the message that you want to teach. It has to be clear. So along those lines, I wanted to put a commercial in right here for this coming Saturday. This is Wednesday morning right now. So this coming Saturday at the Lake James Christian Camp, they're continuing their equipping seminar series. And there are 3 seminars in the morning, and there's a break for lunch, and a seminar in the afternoon. Lake Area Christian Church has registered as a congregation. So if you're interested in going with Lake Area, then call the camp, 260-833-2786. Let them know you're coming, just so they can have materials and food prepared with the right amount. and tell them you're coming with Lake area because we're already registered. These are great messages. About a dozen of us have participated in these equipping seminars up until now, and it's been such a blessing for Lake Area Christian Church. So if you're listening and you're part of the church family here in Fremont, then call, register, change your plan if it's not including this, and then participate. It's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for the church. God bless you. He loves you, and we love you too.